Hello, my people. Lady Rosie here. How y'all doing? To all my new subscribers, you're welcome. And my returning subscribers, you all know I love you. So, guys, on this channel here, we support Harry and Meghan. We do expose the racist treatment of Meghan Markle by the racist monarchy of England. Yes, that's what we do here. And therefore, we follow everything that's happening with those people, and we talk about it on this channel. So this time here, we're going to talk about these people's new other show. They had another show. It's called Garter or something. It looks like Illuminati something to me. You had all the witches, them in robes. They all came and showed up. And guess who was missing at that summit? Witches summit. Kate Middleton. She was not there. She was missing. I told y'all guys she was gonna pop in and pop out. Back in the woods. She ain't coming back. Guess what? I'm making sure continue to read that Psalm 109. I'm reading. I ain't playing with nobody. She ain't coming back. So I'm gonna have a matter of fact to tell y'all guys what this witchcraft is about. But even though these people say they doesn't they do not serve no devil. But well, you know, some stuff with some kind of symbolism, kind of worshiping some other stuff that is other than Jesus. All those kind of stuff be suspicious. Let's put the matter of fact here and tell y'all guys what's going on with these people. Them people be showing up in public just to show up with no talent. They are stars with no talent. That's what they are. All right, matter.
Today was one of the biggest days on the British royal family's calendar. No, this is not some strange cult initiation. This is Garter Day. It takes place at Windsor Castle every year, and it's the day when all the members of Great Britain's Order of the Garter get together. They get to wear their fancy robes and their fun hats, and they do this procession to a royal service inside St. George's Chapel, aka Meghan Markle's wedding venue. This is a really fun event for royal fashion watching, but unfortunately the picture I'm showing you here of the Princess of Wales attending Garter Day is an old one. She did not attend this year because she just attended her first public event of 2024 on Saturday. Not getting over this trooping the color outfit anytime soon, so I guess it's fine that she wanted to stay home. Now, the British monarch is the head of the Order of the Garter. They are the only people who can add new members, and membership is extremely limited. Outside of the royals who are in the order, there can only ever be 24 other members at any given time. You are in it for life, so currently there are 3 vacant spots that King Charles has not yet filled. Today we got to see one of the brand new members of the Order of the Garter in procession. Yes, Sir Andrew Lloyd Webber himself. Max Shepherd is absolutely fuming right now. And from the royals today, we had Brigitte, who is Duchess of Gloucester, being added to the order. We don't talk about her much, but she was born in Denmark, and she is the wife of Prince Richard, Duke of Gloucester, who is a grandson of King George V and a cousin of Queen Elizabeth. Another recent addition and one of the last people to be inducted by Queen Elizabeth II was former Prime Minister Tony Blair. Royal spouses do typically get added to the Order of the Garter because membership is based on your public service. However, it can take quite a bit of time for you as a royal spouse to get added to the order. Here you had Sophie, Duchess of Edinburgh, and Sir Timothy Lawrence watching the procession today, but they are not yet in the Order of the Garter, so they did not get to participate. Also, absolutely loved Sophie's outfit today. I see you with that Strathbury bag, Sophie. Princess of Wales, Kate, is another royal spouse who is not yet in the Order of the Garter, so her missing today, nothing really out of the ordinary. She hasn't gone every year in the past, but when she does, her outfits usually spectacular. Still not over the campiness of this Alessandra Rich outfit last year, and the way that the feathers on her hat, aside from perfectly matching her polka dot, perfectly coordinated with these silly feathers over on the Order of the Garter hat. 10 out of 10. On the regalia of the Order of the Garter robe, you have this crest right here, which is the symbol of the order, and it is inscribed with the motto of the Order of the Garter, Honi soit qui mal y pense, or shame on him who thinks that this is evil. There are conflicting reports about where this motto comes from, but you will see it quite a bit if you're ever traveling around the UK, because it's part of the royal family's coat of arms. Right above the monarch's motto down here, which means God and my right, you have the Order of the Garter's motto, which shows you how ingrained monarch's motto down here, which means God and my right, you have the Order of the Garter's motto, which shows you how ingrained how ingrained with the monarchy this order is. Luckily for us, they were self-aware enough today to keep Prince Andrew away from the service. Being a member of the Order of the Garter is one thing that the monarch has not yet taken away from him, either his mother, Queen Elizabeth, or his brother, King Charles. If that happens, we will know they're taking Prince Andrew seriously. But for, I think, 3 years now, he has just stayed away from this procession. Though he did get to wear his garter robes to King Charles' coronation last year, because he's still a member of the order. But hey, at least they know that it would be a bad look for him to be traipsing through this procession. Today was one of the...
There you go. You heard everything about this witchcraft. So far, Catherine is not the member of them. I wonder if they're ever gonna put her be one of the members, because that one, them people connected. And you know, I saw one black sister there. Sister, how did you get there? Meghan couldn't even hang around that place there 2 minutes, and you hanging out with these people? I'd be surprised. That person, probably that black lady, might be some kind of rulers of Commonwealth from somewhere, or maybe the wife of one of the ministers, where something. Because them people don't associate with black people like that. They're associated with black people when you're showing them money. You show them minerals, you show them oil, you show them all those cacao. You're going to be the part of the Garter members. You know, I was thinking about this king. That dude is supporting some SA guys. Remember that actor? What was his name again? Let's listen to Prince Dre, the Duke. He's gonna tell us the person that this king is supporting somebody with that reputation, and his brother's doing the same thing. Guess what? I wonder if he...
Second time, King Charles has showed support for a Jeffrey Epps Island participator. For those who don't know, actor Kevin Spacey was acquitted for charges of SA and SH. And he recently just did a video with Peirs Morgan, of all people. And he implied, well, he just flat out just said it, but it's also implied, that King Charles has showed him support doing all this stuff. Now, this man has admitted that he has been very handsy with people before, with men in the past, and claims he never was aggressive. He was calmly touching them without their consent. Now, King Charles has also made it clear that he would never allow his brother, Prince Andrew, to be homeless or be unprotected, right? Right. See, this is one of the parts about this whole system in this family that I find very interesting and very infuriating. Of course, there's a Harry and Meghan angle. There's always a Harry and Meghan angle. Always. Because these two idiots at the bottom of me were sentenced to 15 years for making threats towards Prince Harry and his son, Prince Archie. But the fact is that King Charles knew all these details of Prince Harry, Meghan, and Prince Archie being threatened by these individuals, not just these people, a bunch of other people who's now been sentenced. And he still took away their Frogmore cottage. He still took away their security. And somehow, these people want us to believe that Meghan and Harry were the villains of this story, because there's no way that this man is claiming to miss his grandkids, but yet you took everything away from them to keep them protected, but you're showing support for two men who were very close to an individual who essayed hundreds of girls, maybe thousands. This family in this institution that doesn't seem to have any type of foresight about reality. The institution is a dangerous bubble because it has sheltered these people so much that they really don't, in my honest opinion, I don't think they really have any true idea of what they're doing when they make these type of decisions. And this is why Meghan, who lived in my honest opinion, I don't think they really have any true idea of what they're doing when they make these type of decisions. And this is why Meghan, who lived in the real world, who wasn't inside this bubble, who had to work her entire life. This is why someone like her was never going to be able to fit into this mold, because there were things that they had an idea about that just wasn't real. One thing to tell a person or show a person the violence, the poverty, the homelessness, the diseases, it's like training a dog. Like, you can get them to follow the patterns and the commands, but does a dog really have any comprehension of why are you telling them to sit and bark and stand over there? And book smarts and street smarts are two totally different things. In learning, you can study a topic down to the T, down to the I, down to the period. But when you can't honestly, truly have an experience with what you are studying, which you are trying to learn, it is going to be hard for you to connect to that. And that is a problem with the royal family. They don't have, when I look at them, I don't feel any connection from them. I just feel like a bunch of people who are robotically just told to do these things, show this type of emotion, show that you honestly understand, show that you know these things, and that somehow they're supposed to be praised for that. Because there's no way, absolutely no way that this man, who honestly know how this works, can truly sit up there and say he's showing support for two men who were involved in very questionable behavior, but has not shown a lick of support for his son. No way you can sit up here and tell me that this is okay, and this is right, and that this family is on the right side of history, and Meghan and Harry is on the wrong side. I'm sorry.
Where Kevin Spacey has done an interview with Piers Morgan. Piers Morgan always does more damage for the royal family than good, and he doesn't realize it. And to me, it's just absolutely hilarious. It is comedy that this man has done so much damage to the family in the past 6 months, ironically more than anything Meghan Markle did. But anyways, Kevin Spacey has come to discuss, the fact that he was accused of SA by multiple boys and, growing up and etc. And whilst he was going through his trials and tribulations of, what was going on, whether he was going to be guilty or innocent, he revealed, Kevin Spacey on the Piers Morgan show, that King Charles reached out to him to support him. Now, this obviously is very damaging for the king. He does not want this to come out, that he's reaching out to those who've been accused of SA and supporting them.
Well, he's now the King of England. I do, but, when you start paying your guests, Peirs, then you're gonna get the...
But he did contact you?
No, he did not contact me directly, no.
But he sent a message to you?
I heard a message, yes. And I'm very, very grateful for that.
But when P. Diddy was seen with Harry and William at a party for Diana, only a picture of Diddy and Harry went viral, and Diddy and Harry was dragged into the lawsuit, whatever. William was conveniently ignored, and the party was not even a P. Diddy party, it was a party for Diana. It was hilarious how it just got dragged into that motion. It didn't make any sense. But here, it's crickets from everybody in the press as to why King Charles is reaching out and supporting those who've been accused of multiple alleged SA stories. I'm not saying that Kevin Spacey is guilty. What I'm saying is that in the midst of when he was being accused, for you to reach out to him and send support and etc., rather than actually send support to the victims, alleged victims, is, in my opinion, very odd. Very odd indeed. It doesn't make King Charles look good in any capacity.
I heard what the Derangers is saying about this. To them, because the guy was not convicted, is not a bad person. Well, he agreed to doing some stuff. Why is Hollywood not hiring him? Remember, he was a big movie star. Right now here he lives not even in Hollywood, he lives in one of the states there. And he's homeless, broke, ain't got nothing. Because the Hollywood people know what he did. Whatever he did was wrong. Whatever he did to children was wrong. Obviously, he wasn't convicted because guess what? He has the complexion for the protection. You know what I call the complexion for the protection? Call me in private, then I'll tell you. These are your leaders supporting these kind of people. But guess what? His brother did the same thing. And where is his brother at? And he's coming here on the internet to tell y'all guys, well, I do not want my brother in that big mansion. Guess what? Y'all come help me kick my brother out. Like we have the strength, like the population of your country have had power to do that. He's the king, for God's sake.
Anyways, reports are saying that Harry is looking for a house in the UK because of rifts with Meghan and his friends are not getting along with Meghan and etc. This wouldn't make any sense to me because Harry's confirmed verbatim from his own mouth that he doesn't speak to these sources. So where are they getting this information from? What they're trying to do is bring Harry and Meghan and their rifts into this, and any marriage has a rift. Not that I think that this story is true, as opposed to the focal point of, pressurizing where is Kate and what's going on with William. Where are the investigative journalists to discuss where Kate is and etc.? I've only seen a few odd pieces here and there, but where are the investigative journalists to discuss everything going on? It's just blanket, it's crickets, it's quiet, it's nothing, there's nothing going on. So to me, it's, a weird story. I'm not buying it. I don't think it makes any...
I don't know where the tabloids do find those kind of stories from. Harry doesn't even talk to y'all guys. Harry doesn't like you, can't stand you, doesn't like his family, can't stand none of them. I know you guys are in denial. The star of the show moved to America. He said America is a wonderful place to live. He left y'all, left your daughters, left you women, all them women there, left all of y'all, came here to the United States of America. Now you're sitting down there fabricating all the stories about him. It's not going to change anything. That guy will never lose his wife because of your lunatics inbreds. I know y'all not happy. How you gonna think you're gonna be happy in a marriage when you married your cousin? Girl, please.
Even longer. But let's get into this in regards to Thomas Kingston's update. Lady Gabriella Windsor made her first appearance. Let me just get into the center of the video. There we go. Lady Gabriella Windsor made her first appearance since Thomas Kingston had suddenly passed away. And that was at the Trooping of Colours event. And she was at the back with somebody peering through to see everything. And my question is, why is this the place where she is, making her first appearance outside of Thomas Kingston? And also Kate making her first appearance as well. Is it somewhat connected? We don't know. Definitely did not see Kate or Lady Gabriella Windsor discussing, talking or anything. But, it is a shame truly what had happened to Thomas, and for the fact that his death has basically been a blip in the royal stratosphere, and they all just moved on after sending condolences for what was going on. And so for them to be completely just, disarrayed to this whole conversation and have completely just left as if it never existed, Thomas doesn't exist, and basically his wife, widow, now making her first appearance at the Trooping of Colours, in my opinion, I find to be quite symbolic. Because why was this your first appearance? And, you were barely there, you were in the back. I just felt like we haven't seen her since. She looks great, to be honest with you. Definitely, of course, she's been through a lot. Her husband has just passed away. But at the same time, I just find the whole thing interesting that this was the update of her returning. And it's been glossed over because, of course, Kate returning is in the press everywhere. There was an event today with Camilla and Charles at the Garter.
Well, guess what? I didn't think about Gabriella came out the same day as Kate Middleton. Is all that a coincidence? Or is it just a family trooping of color? Guys, sometimes I'll be thinking loud. The trooping of color, Lady Gabriella Kingston came. And Kate Middleton was there. And we did not even see them having any kind of conversations. Because guess what? Gabriella was kept in the house, I said in my other video. But we did not see we did not see Gabriella's parents with the racist princess. Let's leave it just right there.
Interesting that this was the update of her returning, and it's been glossed over because, of course, Kate returning is in the press everywhere. There was an event today with Camilla and Charles at the Garter Day, whatever the hell you want to call it. It looks ridiculous, like a pantomime. Everybody's dressed up in these outfits that don't make any sense to me, just bizarre. first and foremost. Second and foremost, there are kids who behind are holding the drapes of Charles and Camilla. Now, why isn't Rose Hanbury's son there? Because he was there before, and now he's not there now. So to me, that is interesting that, you know, Rose's son doesn't have to always be there, but selectively was chosen to be there at a specific date. And to me, that is, I want to know why. Why was Rose Hanbury's son there? Why was he chosen? What was Camilla trying to do there? Because since Kate has returned, Rose's son is not in that position. And I just find it to be interesting that consciously he can be chosen to be in that position or not. And I don't know why. I feel like Camilla's up to no good always. But with Kate now being back in the realm, I feel like we're going to see a lot less of Rose Hanbury as well. Because she was in the papers favorably, which is why we saw more of her when it came to those events that she was invited to by Camilla. But I think with Kate's return, there's going to be less thereof of Rose. Now, articles are saying that Harry is looking to move back to the UK. Meghan is indifferent and not sure, but, you know, Harry is looking for a place. Harry is not looking for a place. If that man is looking for a place, he would say it out of his own mouth or through his own people. And since you watch his stuff, you know, he did say that none of these were insiders speak for me. We don't need to actually speculate by listening to what they say. This man has no desire to return back to the UK. He came to visit his father just for 45 minutes and left, and that was it. And of course, Camilla was in the way, causing trouble at the time. But, you know, again, recent articles about Harry, I just don't believe them. I don't buy it. Unless it's in regards to court-related procedures during his court legal battles or him speaking out himself.
Well, all I'm gonna say, just leave Prince Harry's name out of your dirty mouth. I wish I was Will Smith right now. This week, everything is jam, 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 jam. We're just gonna jam them up. Jam, eh? Jam, eh? Jam, jam, jam.
This is the start of the new week, and we have a American Riviera Orchard update from the Duchess of Sussex herself. My bad, it's actually not from the Duchess, it's actually from Nacho Vergara. For those of you who don't know, polo superstar Nacho Vergara is one of Harry's closest friends and a very good friend to Meghan. And this past Friday, he posted 2 stories on his Instagram showing some never before seen items from the actual website. Here we have 1 of 2 of the American Riviera Orchard raspberry jam. We always thought it was just strawberry jam, but she also got some raspberry jam. And we got some doggy treats. Let me say this. First off, can I get a box, a gift box of goodies from American Riviera Orchard whenever it debuts? Because I hate being teased, but at the same time, I understand this tactic because it is building up a hype around this product or products. It's just my personal opinion. I don't have any inside scoop or tea or anything like that. I think that we're going to continue to get like a rollout of these Instagram stories, posts all throughout the summer, into the fall, close to the holiday season, is when it's going to be available to buy from the actual site of American Riviera Orchard. It makes more sense for it to be available to purchase around holidays because that's when people have more money, and that's when people are going to feel more encouraged to buy things. So that is my opinion. Again, it's not inside scoop. It is not inside tea. I don't know when it's going to be revealed. It can be revealed tomorrow, for all I know. Again, I can't wait for the American Riviera Orchard debut to see everything and see what we can purchase, what we can buy. Because I can guarantee you, not only the people who support Meghan and Harry, and also the haters, because you know they're going to buy as well. They're going to buy it just to say how terrible it is, which is crazy to me. But also the general public. So I can't wait, guys. Tell me what you guys think. Are you excited as well?
Yeah, I'm excited. I can't wait to buy me something. Buy me some jam. I buy me some American Riviera jam, and I buy those biscuits for my little dog. Yeah, if y'all don't know, I have a little dog. His name is Boo Boo. He's a little cute little baby. Yeah, I'm gonna buy my little baby those dog biscuits. Oh gosh, Angela 11 gonna be so mad. Maybe Angela 11, I'm gonna send me your PO box because I'ma send you also one of those doggy biscuits. You really need it. You dogs need that luxury biscuits. That's why you can't. Well, but you know why Angela 11 can't sleep? Because you know what? Angela 11 is underpaid. When you're getting underpaid, you need to up your game so that the boss, the master, could notice how good of the worker you are. That's why she can't shut up. And guess who else came up around here? Piers Morgan. So let me put Piers Morgan with little ladies around there. They challenged the hell out of him because of that little dog biscuits. Then people can't sleep. They're not at peace. Oh, gosh. I'm so happy.
You can just tell he's got that little look in his eye. George has got William's sense of how to behave, right? Charlotte's got a little twinkle in her eye.
But
Louis.
she keeps those boys in check as well.
Louis is going to be a handful, I can tell you.
I want to go back to the picture of Charles in a suit. That so spoke to all Harry's narrative about his father. You know, he did his best, but he wasn't really fully in the picture. And there's Charles like, oh, God, really must I hang out with this toddler? I'd rather get back to Highgrove and sign a few documents for, I don't know.
It's not the most
Apparently he
organic
was, no, I read somebody, he was on some sort of official duty.
Yeah, and then he'd gone out and his son's kicking a ball in the grounds at Kensington Palace. And it was
Let me tell you one thing. I'll tell you one thing about that. So my brother-in-law was colonel in charge of training William and Harry at Santa's military academy. So my sister, his wife, used to entertain all the royals when we came to watch William and Harry. It was several years this one. And she saw them at first hand. And she said the one thing I was really struck by was how tactile Charles was with William and Harry. This is after Diana had died. How tactile. Lots of hugging, lots of kissing. I just do not buy this narrative Harry wants us all to have about his father. He's some cold, aloof, distant guy.
And actually,
that
Harry
wasn't
himself
what
talked
was
about his
seen.
father stroking his face and sitting there because he was afraid of the dark until he'd got to sleep.
Well, look, at this point of the debate, you know what's coming. We now have to reluctantly move to Montecito because...
We don't have to, though. It's interesting you want to, Piers, but we don't have to. You're king of the show.
I don't want to, but when you have major international celebrities like this guy, what's his name?
So major that you're having to find his name.
Nacho, the polo player,
Yeah.
who's apparently massive in the polo world. But he shared images on the day this was all going down as a big reset for the royals of Meghan Markle's, he's a close friend of Harry from Polo, Nacho Figueras, sharing images of jam and dog biscuits that he'd been sent by Meghan Markle from her new company. We're down to dog biscuits, Tessa. I mean, I honestly don't really care that much anymore about what these two do. But when they're flogging dog biscuits as the Duke and Duchess of Sussex, does a little part of you not go, oh dear, this is getting very, very tacky?
To me, as a man of considerable wealth, Piers, that you aren't aware that in Fortnum and Mason you can buy organic honey retailing at £20, peddled by the Duchess of Cornwall, otherwise known as Kate, who you revere. It's double standards to call out.
Where does the money go from that?
The money goes straight back into the coffers of the Duchy of... Sorry, but the Duchy of Cornwall belongs to the Duke of Cornwall, who voluntarily pays income tax on the profits made by the Duchy. They don't pay corporation tax. They don't pay capital gains. It's run on completely different rules. Incidentally, and they're given a massive state advert on Saturday. Oh, William, let's just Google him. Oh, and he sells jam. Harry and Meghan have to take every little moment they can, clutching at straws, because they're subject to the entire heft of the American tax system, and they don't have a state parade funded by us in which to tout their wares.
Do you think
I can't believe you're indignant.
Do you think when they left to find freedom, that it would constitute flogging dog biscuits?
Well, is the march, is there a Rizzler paper between organic honey and jam and dog? I'd say you're being doggish.
Well, there's one difference.
Frankly, you're being doggish.
There's one difference, which is that the
What is the
other royals you mentioned do their duty. They do their shift. They do hundreds
So
of...
does Harry, rocked up for Invictus, and his dad didn't have time to
that's
say
a
well
duty
done.
to his own brand.
No duty to service, that's a
Nothing to do with his
charitable
country.
act.
Nothing to do with it. No, nothing to do with it.
Oh, Piers, you're so disingenuous. Do you know you're all right on Kate? You hold it together just, and then you disintegrate into some kind of slathering idiot, imbecile, dare I say, when it comes to the Sussexes.
I'm not slathering.
You don't judge by the same standards.
I just find them a constant embarrassment.
But
That's
then
all.
don't look.
That's all.
Don't click
I'm
on
not
Nacho's
slathering about
Instagram
anything.
account.
Sarah, I'm not slathering. I just kind of think every single time we try and have something dignified here, we get these two doing something ridiculous, like flogging dog biscuits.
I just want you to know I'm waiting patiently for my turn.
Look, I'm not one for pitting these two women against each other, but I did think on Saturday the gulf between them was huge, and it did show just how life has changed for the Sussexes.
Gulf in what way?
There you've got Kate standing side by side with the king on the balcony, and then Meghan's friends are posting that she's sent them out some jam and some dog biscuits. Now look, if you want to build a business, actually, I don't have any objection to them building a business and this lifestyle brand, because if it stops them then selling stories and trying to, you know, monetize their gripes about the royal family. And she's genuinely building a business that she believes in and a lifestyle brand. That's great. One of those brands, I mean, you mentioned the honey. She's modelled it on Flamingo Estate, apparently. They sell honey from Julianne Moore, £200 for a pot of honey. Gwyneth Paltrow's Goop, again, one that she's looking at. Gwyneth said a message of support.
So
for
why
Kate
are you mocking them? Why are you
I'm
saying
not mocking
Kate's
them.
up on a balcony?
Them, Tessa?
Because you said the gulf was huge, so presumably you think Kate's wonderful up on a balcony next to the king as part of an institution we fund.
Well, the imagery is very different, isn't it? There's one there standing on a
A-list
big public
royals,
occasion.
and now Z-list royals, right?
But no, they're not royals, Harry and Meghan. That's precisely.
Oh, they are.
They are still royal.
They are.
Still a
They're the
prince.
Duke and Duchess of
They're not
Sussex.
working.
As they remind us on all their people. Work. They're the Duke and Duchess of Sussex, members of the royal family. They just don't do any work for
If you
it.
really want to do your job as a democratic broadcaster, you would flag up that right in front of the balcony, a vast yellow presence, the Republican movement somehow muscled their way between all the mass media cameras who are trying to work around them and the balcony, impossible to ignore. There is a large, increasingly large grain of sand in Britain that is expanding, that is anti-monarchy. You can't be anti-Harry and Meghan because we don't pay for them. They don't stand for anything. And that's a
Paula, you've been waiting very patient.
I have. I've tried to remain dignified, as if we're on the balcony. We need to remind ourselves of how this story came out, and the story came out on the basis that Meghan was promoting her wares, her brand, on the day of the Trooping of Colour. And of course, what we find out when we dig deeper is, once again, that simply wasn't.
Can't be anti-Harry and Meghan because we don't pay for them. They don't stand for anything. And that's a
Paula, you've been waiting very patient.
I have. I've tried to remain dignified, as if we're on the balcony. We need to remind ourselves of how this story came out, and the story came out on the basis that Meghan was promoting her wares, her brand, on the day of the Trooping of Colour. And of course, what we find out when we dig deeper is, once again, that simply wasn't true. It was a third party who had tried to.
It was Nesta who posted.
Exactly. And so, for me, and this is why I'm glad we still talk about Meghan, because for me, here we have another example, don't we, of how certain parts of the British press are attempting to attack Meghan Markle when actually she hasn't done anything
I think
wrong.
it's a bigger problem for Meghan Markle, which is actually people have just got a bit bored talking about. Even I'm bored talking about. I'm just not that interested. I think they're not that interesting anymore. When you're down to talking about dog biscuits, actually, it's law of diminishing returns. When they were spray gunning the family, calling them a bunch of callous racists with no evidence, right? When they were doing that, it's all big news. Now they're flogging dog biscuits.
But isn't that the right thing? That's my point, actually. If they're actually going to get on and run a really genuine business and make a living for themselves in California, rather than...
My same rule applies, which is take the titles away. Just do it as individual citizens.
But you've forgotten that the last time we met on this platform, we were talking about their tour in Africa and the fact that they'd absolutely kiboshed whatever the royal family was doing that week, because that was all we were talking about. So great. This week was Trooping the Colour, and it was all about Kate and the King, as it should be. And Meghan's friend was banging some dog biscuit on his Insta. The two aren't comparable. Why do we have
There you go. That's my point about the Gulf. There you go.
Exactly.
They're not comparable.
You've literally proven Sarah's point.
But they're not
for her.
comparable. One
You
week.
prove it. I agree. We had the dog biscuit floggers in Montecito. We have the royal balcony watched by billions around the world.
I just wonder why we're referencing these dog biscuits that are going to be sold for hundreds of dollars. Why aren't we referencing the fact that here we have a woman who could have stayed at home, but she has instead decided to forge her own career.
She does it.
Well, she can work from home, Piers.
Yeah, but she has stayed at home at some point.
I do occasionally.
You said she has to stay at home.
I'm saying that she's gone out to forge her own career, and she's no longer relying on the state money, which is what you would have criticised her for relentlessly.
Like I say, you know what?
Celebrate the fact that she's been able to be successful.
I can't even get that word up.
It could be dog biscuits.
I think I've reached
waste disposal bins.
I've reached the point now where I can't be bothered.
Do you know,
and that's the worst thing for them.
I'll remind you of that.
They're like so irrelevant. I can't, honestly, I haven't got energy anymore.
I'm just going to say I'm looking for a new job because Piers is never going to talk. Which is the camera? Piers is never going to talk about Meghan and Harry again, and my services won't be required. It's been really enjoyable.
No, it'll be, but they'll always be number 4 or 5 on the topic list now, I think.
Well, they weren't the last time we met. They weren't. You've got a very short memory. I'm going to remind you of this.
But if they try and plan rival tours at the same time as the Royals...
It wasn't.
Very short memory. I'm going to remind you of this.
But if they try and plan rival tours at the same time as the Royals.
It wasn't a rival tour, Piers. We discussed that.
Oh,
it
yeah.
wasn't a rival tour. It was an invitation that they
You know,
accepted.
it's a crowded diary.
Sure.
The royal family are busy every week. There's always some Duchess of Edinburgh.
Well, Sarah, so you don't want to become between two women.
I mean, why am I positioned right here?
There's a reason for that.
All right. You know what? I've run out of steam on this. But thank you all very much. Appreciate it.
This guy just can't get over it. He is definitely in love with Meghan. But dude, Peirs, you have a wife. Worry about what your wife is writing on the papers. Whatever racism is coming out of your wife's mouth, that's what you need to worry about. And leave Meghan alone. And today you promise you're not going to say stuff about her anymore. I hope it stays like that. But guess what? We're going to hold you accountable. I show up to your ancestors. I'll be there. Look at this face. You will see me there. Yeah, so I love how them women challenged you. Meghan has her business. And she did not even post anything on her Instagram yesterday. A third party did it. Her friend did it. Nacho did it. Good job, Nacho. God bless you. God bless you, family. You know the PR move, brother. You know how that works. Come on, stars. The tabloids are mad. They're so mad that Piers Morgan can't even breathe no more. Piers Morgan and the rest of them are so mad about this dog biscuits. That's what you guys are equivalent to. Dog biscuits. All right, my people, I'm tired here. I can't just leave it like that. Let's listen to this sister here. She's on TikTok. Her name is SNEHA Mystery. So yeah, I can't say the first name is a little bit difficult for me to say. So let's listen to what she has to say before I go.
The thing is, whether you support Meghan Markle or don't, people who dislike her will constantly talk about her. Now, on Twitter, you've got GB News, Talk TV, Sky News talking about the dog biscuits and jam that Nacho Figuero's put on his Instagram page, and obviously talking about American Riviera Orchard. They're promoting a company that's not launched yet. So this is all, the people are talking about it. So there's good marketing happening here, whether you like it or not. Now, I mean, Angela Liven can't stop herself. She has to mention Meghan Markle, albeit in a negative way, because generally these people will speak in a negative way because they can't stop themselves. But if they had not spoken about it, then no one would know about the jam or the dog biscuits. Whether you're laughing about it or not, you're still talking about it. And when these products are eventually launched, if they are launched, we have no idea if these are actually her products, or she's just gifting them, who knows. I actually think that it's going to be a massive success, whatever she releases, because that anticipation is growing now. The thing is,
This.
Jamgate starts again. Nacho Figuero's friend of Meghan and Harry posted this yesterday. It's 2 of 2, so it's raspberry this time. And he posted this. I'm not sure if he was aware of the date or anything, or he's being petty, no idea. But he posted a couple of things. So this is the first one he posted. Here posing with the doggy. Then there's this jar with the dog biscuits. Now, obviously, it's written in her calligraphy style. There's no label for the Riviera Orchard on there, but who knows? Maybe that's another product of her. And he ends with this. Good things come to those who believe. Better things come to those who are patient. The best things come to those who don't give up. Okay, so nice that he's supporting Meghan here, obviously. It's all a bit random. But let's see what this means, and if that means there's a launch of the American Riviera Orchard soon, then I'm sure that's going to be a big deal for everybody.
I can't wait. Jam, 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 jam. All right, my people. I love y'all. Y'all, please subscribe to Isabella Back's channel. Subscribe to my channel. Subscribe to all the success-friendly channel. I'm going to talk to y'all guys tomorrow. These people, they are doing free marketing for American Riviera Orchard. You know, I'm not mad at them. I want them to continue. Actually, Angela, she needs to get on my payroll. Yeah, Angela Levin, please look for my phone number on my page here. Call me. Yes, you need to get on my payroll because you're doing good job. You're doing good job with that jam. You know, only that jam is gonna make American Riviera Orchard $1 billion company. Because I'm telling you, the way these people are mad about this jam, I'm telling you, I can't wait. I can't wait to get mine. And Angela Levin, of course, I'm also going to send you yours in your P.O. box. All right, bye, family. I'll talk to y'all guys tomorrow. I'll talk to you tomorrow.